Number two, if this don't get you goat, nothing will. Protecting women. You would think protecting women would just be like a simple common sense thing. Or maybe that's just the Italian in me talking again, I don't know. But biological men are attempting to replace real women, and this is becoming a massive problem, folks. It really is a war on women. And the Biden administration, well, they're all for it. Whether it's men dominating in female sports or using women's restrooms or locker rooms, it's all part of the continued moral rot of America. Now, someone who knows a heck of a lot more about being a biological woman than me, champion boxer. I'm joined right now by my co-host on Wise Guys, right here on Newsmax, Cara Castronuova. She's also two-time Golden Gloves female boxing champion. And she joins me along with the host of the Tudor Dixon podcast, Tudor Dixon. Thank you, ladies. Tudor, what do you make on this war on women by the Biden administration?
Well, they have to be in a war on women, right? Because they've decided that they are going to be pro-trans athletes in sports. So they have to come out and do this, which is absolutely outrageous because they would in the past have claimed that they were the party of women, but they've surpassed women now. They're now supporting men who dress as women and putting women in dangerous situations. And when we talk about this, you really are looking at dangerous situations where women are competing against men that are much stronger, dangerous situations where women are in locker rooms in vulnerable positions with men who are not wearing clothing. It is outrageous. That's what the Democrat Party is today.
Cara, I mean, you've been in there. You were part of the fight, actually, for female boxers to make it an Olympic sport for women. What are your thoughts on men kind of trying to bully their way into women's sports?
Well, for me, it's frustrating, John, because I was a female champion, and really being a female champion is something that defined me and gave me a lot of confidence in my life. So I would hate to see any women get robbed of the experience of actually being able to say that they're a champion because that experience was taken away from them by a biological male. And like you mentioned earlier, it was actually only 10 years ago in 2012 that women's boxing actually became an Olympic sport. So but the fight for women's boxing and women's sports continues to this day. And it seems like nowadays transgender has trumped female, and the fight has been for transgender inclusion and not for women. And the traditional word feminist has become almost something that's like a slur word if you say you're a feminist, which I definitely am.
Right. Tudor, Democrats, every single one of them, voted against protecting women's sports this week. And here was some of their lame arguments. Take a listen. I want to get your reaction.
This bill is about bullying children.
This mere debate has traumatized trans kids and their families across the country.
The provisions in this bill that out trans kids are cruel and dangerous. I say that as a mom of a trans kid. And I was very embracing to my daughter when she came out.
They want the government to be in children's pants. Disgusting.
Tudor.
There's nothing more frustrating than that last statement when I think about my daughters being put in a situation where they could be in a locker room with a man who is not dressed. I mean, we think about this, Leah Thomas, the situation with Leah Thomas, where she was in the locker room with male genitalia exposed. There was a woman in the locker room who had experienced a rape at a young age. These are places where we thought we were safe. I mean, what does it take to keep women safe today? This is the party that talks about safe spaces, and yet they're not willing to keep women safe in sports. This banana stuff that they're saying out there about outing kids, attacking kids. When are they going to stand up for little girls? When are we going to say that the little girls who want scholarships, the little girls who want endorsement deals, the little girls who want to grow up to be sports heroes should have a chance and they shouldn't be held back by men?
You know, I always kind of, and Cara and I on our show, Wise Guys, we get out in the streets a lot and talk to like regular folks. And whether they're Democrats or Republicans, we kind of get like common sense answers. And most people, like, well, regardless of party, like, no, like, boys shouldn't be going against girls. And as a former high school football coach, I look at it like these are the kids that couldn't be champions as boys. So they're basically taking advantage of women and going into their sports now to try to get, like Cara said, that champion rush. But Cara, I'm gonna call you on the carpet right now. Here is transgender fighter Fallon Fox bragging about beating up women.
That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah! And I want to tell everyone else, I'm coming in this tournament. Every woman in this tournament better look out. I'm freaking coming.
I mean, it's disgusting. It's abusive to women. I really don't like that individual. Like I said before, I boxed on a competitive championship level, and I sparred with men and I sparred with women, and the strength differential is tremendous. Men are just by nature faster and they're stronger than women. So when you're boxing, you're fighting MMA like Fallon Fox, you're not hitting baseballs, you're hitting heads. You're hitting people in the head with the intention to knock them out. And the fact that this individual thinks that it's okay to be punching women and that he's allowed to do so, and that boxing and MMA are actually now allowing men to fight female weight categories is completely insane.
Right.
Insane.
Cara, just would you fight Fallon Fox to stand up for women, maybe come out of retirement?
I mean, the honest truth is Fallon Fox was not a very talented athlete. I mean, his form and his skill level were not good. It's just that he had man strength. So, I mean, he's retired at this point, and so am I, but I would be willing to come out of retirement.
All right, what weight class? I don't want to ask you weight, but would you fight Fallon Fox at like 115 or something?
I mean, Fallon Fox is not 115 pounds. I'm 115.
All right. Tudor, I want to give you the last word. How insane is this that men are actually punching women in the face and winning trophies for it?
Well, it's dangerous. And until the Democrats are willing to come out and say, we understand that we have to keep women safe, that women have rights, that Title IX was there for an important reason, and we need to preserve Title IX's original intent to protect women and protect women in sports and make sure that they have a chance to compete fairly. I don't know what we do with the Democrat Party, and I don't see them coming out and saying that anytime soon. So I suggest that people support candidates coming up in 24 who are willing to support women as well.
Wow, that sounds great. And it would be nice to protect the women's rights that they fought so hard for. Cara, Castronuova, Tudor, Dixon, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.